Boom. Can't turn that up. Hello, how you doing? Oof. Reading from the top of the page on the right hand side. It is Monday, January 20th, 2025, 7:44 a.m. This is the news. Oh, Right, now for the weather. Today it's going to be weathering. It's cold this morning. I've got to fucking put my clothes on. It's cold. Dang it. Didn't want to wear no clothes. I just wanted to wander around naked in nature. But of course, I ain't got no fucking chance of that. It'll freeze my bollocks off. Good Lord. It's cold this morning. Got the heater on, ain't I? Yeah. Somebody said it was a very special day today. Well, of course it is. Every day's special, isn't it? You woke up, looked out, and you went, wow, another day, another dollar. Fun and games. Fun and games. Life's a dance. Make music, make dance, make love, make your own mind up. You are all there is and all there ever will be. Some of that's true. Anybody want to talk about current affairs, things that are going on in this society that we have built of millions and 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 millions of people? you want to talk about how we rub up against each other and bounce off each other and cause all sorts of problems for each other? Anybody want to talk about those sort of things? Sorry, I'm going to clean the screen. Oof. That's better. Now I can see the great beauty in this world. I think I'll put on some nice sort of walking clothes, walking in outside clothes, and some long pants and an hat. I might put an hat on. Yeah. Same bloke, different hat on. That kind of applies to today, to today. Creak, creak. It's my chair, not my back. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Find the light. I'm going to find the light. Going to find the light. I am finding the light. Handy dandy little tool, that. Yeah. In England, we call them a torch. We would call them a torch, but I'm in America, so I call it a flashlight. God, got to do something with this unruly mess. Or not my hair, the society in general. I've got to do something with this unruly mess. Clean it up. Dirty it up. But always going up. Up, 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 up. Do you ever feel like you've done your fair share and you think, oh, I'm going to pack it in. I'm just going to stop. You know, I've done my fair share. I did everything I could. I clean my shoes, brush my teeth, had a shower, smiled at people, waved at people, interacted with people, made love with people, made babies with people. Interacted in a kind, caring, and compassionate way with people. Done enough. So what's next? Come on. Influence people. Did I influence enough people? Can I? Yeah. Oh. Shall I go back to singing? Shall I do that instead? Nah. Don't feel like singing. if for any reason you're watching this old bloke talking to his screen, where is he? There he is. Then you should, in real terms, turn it off. But you know why you should turn it off, don't you? Because you've got to live, love, life. You live, love, life. Get out there. Live, love, life. La 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 la. Packet of crisps. There are many ups and downs in the course of your life that are caused by the ripple effect. And the ripple effect is you're casting yourself into the flow of life. Pop, plop. And then, you know, as you get older, the waves become apparent. But that's your birth. But it's also the flow away from you towards the end of your human experience. So the trick is to get in the flow and to love as many people as you can in your life. Love them wholeheartedly, because love, unconditional love, is God. And to be the ultimate creator that you are, a conscious co-creator, you can hold on to that unconditional love from the moment of conception to the moment of departation from this human experience. Right. Anybody want to buy any of my music? I make music and art. Most of it has to do with what I'm talking about. And it's a little too nothing. It's a little too. I make music and art. It comes from me and it goes to you, and you can get it for free. I think I've managed to do the settings on most of my music now to give it away for free, so as you can dance, and you can dance your way through life. So I'm going to leave a post. No, not a post. Well, let me show you where you can get most of my music for free, but then I'll put it in the chat, which is good because nobody's in the chat. So I'm reminding myself. Oh, okay. Look. Okay. All right. I couldn't do it. I couldn't leave without actually getting involved in things that are happening today that are hugely important. Huge. Or is the guy that everybody seems to be focused on today huge? Yeah. I wonder if he'll be playing his magic invisible accordion today. Probably. Probably a rubbery. What else are we celebrating today? Oh, today's Martin Luther King Day. A day of celebration of the perfect integration. We celebrate the perfect integration of all races, colors, and creeds in one celebratory moment. And this is the day that happens. Martin Luther King Day. Everything coalesces and everything becomes one. Not that it wasn't anyway. but it becomes one. Ooh, sorry. Wiping my eyes, picking my ears, stroking my face, snorting, snuffling, making weird noises. I mean, what the heck am I doing? It's a very, very, very important day, and you need to be up and working very, very hard. So get up, get out, and dance the dance of life. Whilst I have a cup of coffee and yawn a bit, look out at the sunshine. It's an orange tree. Woo! Just outside my window. Oh, I might go and get an orange. That'd be nice. Yeah. La la la. Oh dear, oh dear. Get a little earworm going in there. Oh, I might have a nice cup of tea. My mother-in-law gave me this for Christmas. Do you think that's cultural appropriation? Do you think I'm culturally appropriated? Do you think there's any such thing as cultural appropriation? But I'll tell you what, it's always tea time. I had the hardest job last night. I went out with, I was helping fix a car. Woo! Wake up, you sleepyhead, put on some clothes, shake up your bed. Put another log on the fire for me. Oh, gonna have a sip of coffee. Anyway, yesterday. Let me do 5 more minutes. Okay. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Okay, yesterday, I helped my daughter because her car was making a squeaking noise with the brakes, like a real screeching, squealing noise, right? She'd been saying it for a few days, and I said, well, bring it over and let my mechanic friend help. He can fix things on cars easily. And so he took it out for a test drive. My daughter and I hung out for a while. Then we went out on a test drive. Couldn't hear a single squeak. He looked very closely at the pads. Plenty of wear on the pads. That was it. Freaky nothing. I mean, it's like when, it's like when you have somebody able to repair something, and you go, yeah, but it wasn't doing this yesterday. It's working perfectly now, whatever. So one of those occasions, and then we went out for dinner, because I took up some of Dennis's time. So I thought, well, I'll buy him dinner. So we were going to go to a cafe, sort of diner place around the corner from us called Hill Street, and they do reasonable diner food. But it was Sunday night and they're closed. That's their one evening when they close. So we went to a different place. And I tried to interact both with my friend and with the young man who was in this small Italian restaurant, whose main job is to take phone orders and get the orders ready and have it picked up by all the delivery services that cropped up during the time when people weren't allowed to go out to restaurants because of some silly rules, and all this stuff that you have to do all these anyway. So he's trying to serve real people instead of just being phone protocol. Take the order, give it to the cook, bag it up, give it to the delivery driver. And you could tell he was a little nervous. I mean, two old blokes come in there, crusty old blokes too, like me and my mate Dennis. I mean, we're a bit, crusty. Crust is a wrong description, but I suppose we've both seen a lot of life and don't really want to take any more shit. So I could tell that this young waiter slash manager of this small Italian restaurant in our local neighborhood, I could tell he was a little nervous of interaction. And of course, when he came over to take our order, and I was saying, well, is this gluten-free? Can we have some of this? Can I substitute this for this? And he's so used to him just phone orders and basically name and stuff. And then he started telling us his life story. And then he started telling us what he likes on the menu, which is very nice. Nothing to do with my particular dietary needs or tastes. It was okay. And we had a good dinner. And as we were driving back, I realized that my friend Dennis, who's a very nice and very brilliant mechanic and just a really good guy, I noticed how depressed. And depressed is strong. It's a strong word, because sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's sad, sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's sad. But the thing is, it's supposed to be like a low wave, right? Sometimes he's sad, sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's sad, sometimes he's happy. It's almost like it's spiking in place. And I'm wondering about that. I start wondering about the rapidity of repeated change. The rapidity of repeated change. How older people, especially, find it hard to stay with the flow. I'm not just talking about technology either. I'm talking about interactions. I'm talking about disappointments and accomplishments and the whole participation, so I want a reward syndrome. It's weird. It's almost like compression. There's some sort of compression happening that is making people so angry and uptight. And I'm wondering if it's some sort of compression of time. Oh, here we go. Now we've opened a bloody door, haven't we? Is it some sort of compression of time? Is there a memory wipe going on? Do we repeat, like I said, the rapidity of the repeating pattern? Are we repeating it very, 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 very fast? Is that what's happening? I ask these questions of myself, and I just go deep within myself and sit and think about it and ponder about it. Sometimes I meditate about it. Sometimes I go to sleep. Sometimes I do some exercise. Sometimes I build stuff outside. Sometimes I go out on a bike ride. Sometimes I go out in my car and purchase things from stores and interact with other people. Sometimes I just bump into people on the street. Sometimes. But I do a lot of things. Because, not because I want to fill my day with fluttering things, but because I want to test the water of this society that I've chosen to live in. Did I choose to be here? Yeah. Active choices, activated choices. Why? Oh, work it out. Sometimes you have to do before you think. And sometimes you have to think before you actually do. But when I say do before you think, don't over analyze like I do. Don't over analyze. If you feel it's good and you love it and you want to do it and it gives you bliss and doesn't do you harm, why aren't you doing it? I mean, obviously can't do it all the time. You'll run out of stimulation. But what stimulates you? What stimulates me is life itself. Because life is love and peace. Become it. So I had fun yesterday, even though I didn't really do much. Like, didn't do much. I did a bit. So I do a bit every day. I'm going to try and get some exercise today. The weather seems to be nice. And I'm sorry for the silly bit at the beginning. Somewhat annoying, isn't it? But keep a sense of humor. It's important, especially right now. You got to keep a sense of humor. Laugh and the whole world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Laugh. Laugh through the tears. It's a whole gamut. The whole gamut. The whole 9 yards. Whee. Whee. Activate your choices. Whew, 8 o'clock. There you go. 8:12, and I've done 28 minutes. That's way too much. All right. I did too much again. Better cut down a little. I love you. Love, live life. Oh, that was close, comrade. You came into the chat and I was just hitting the really, I was like, it already gave me the end stream, like 29:17. Conrad Rusa, can we please meet up and go out? Because you said thank you. There is a certain amount of gratitude that is not a platitude. It's just your attitude. And living a loving life is very important. I think you even said something close to those words when I met you a long, long time ago. Conrad, I think I met you. I've had a memory wipe. Bugger. No, I met you at an art gallery / store at Wacko. I think I met you at Wacko, which is a art gallery store place in East LA. That is a fun place to go, and they have lots of wacky, weird, and crazy art there, and lots of interesting esoteric books and weirdness and toys. It's kind of fun place to go and just peruse. But I think I met you there. I know it's hard to interact. I haven't been to USA for furthest west in UK. Then I know a Conrad here in Los Angeles that I'm confusing you with. It's because we've had digital interactions on Facebook, and again, it's like all I've got is your name and a picture in my head of who you are, and I've associated it with a name from somebody I met called Conrad in Los Angeles. That's weird, but it's not that weird, is it? I mean, this digital interface, as fake as it is, you must be saying good things in your interactions on digital media. Yes, Facebook, but I may have deleted Facebook. I've had mine deleted for me many times. I've been banned from most social media because I speak my mind. But does that stop me? No. I just go to the alternative ones for a bit. But I'm what people call shadow banned, and I know that's a fucking, it's just too much. What big deal? But I think shadow banning is kind of it's a digital algorithmic thing. They limit the amount of audience that you're actually reaching, and to a point where you're not really having any influence on others. So I dot around on all the different social medias and do things. I'm surprised I still am allowed. Well, actually, I got blocked on YouTube for a long time from doing any live, and I still got copyrights. I've written and recorded about 300 songs, maybe more. Some are good, some are bad, some are indifferent, but they're my songs, and I put them out to the world and make a little revenue from people purchasing it and the spin-offs from that, t-shirts and all that crap. But I get copyright strikes for putting up my own music on and videos on YouTube, and I am very vociferous. I've argued with YouTube about this, and so they've limited my scope to certain things. But for a long time, I wasn't allowed to go live. I wasn't allowed to post stuff on YouTube, and then just recently, because there's the who's going to get your advertising dollar wars between YouTube and Facebook and whoever owns TikTok and Rumble and all those places, and BitChute and Telegram. I mean, they're all owned by somebody. These are social platforms, but it's like going to your local social club, and you walk in, and people go, "Oh no, you're barred, out." You go, "Okay, I'll go to the pub next door. Doesn't matter." And you keep doing that until you realize your whole town has banned you, and they have no reason. They're like, "Yeah, well, because the last pub banned you, so you must be bad, and the last pub banned you, so you must be." Anyway, seems so Some are looking for pigs. Of course they are. Everything, they're going to, okay, they monetize to weaponize. That's the American dream. I can sell you shit that doesn't exist, and you can buy it, and then I can turn it around on you and go, you bought this. See, you're a troublemaker. You bought that rebellious piece of music. They weaponize everything. I mean, gosh, what was a going rewind? I think it's Frank Zappa. Was it Frank Zappa? Careful with that sandwich, Eugene. You know, it's like you'll have somebody's eye out. It's like they weaponize everything, because they need recourse for your individual response. They need to be able to go, your fault, it's all your fault. And then you feel guilty and shame, and you can't go on with your life, and you cancel your subscriptions, and you get angry, and you push back, and then you realize that it was all you in the first place. So it seems to me that you live your life like a fart in a colander looking for a hole to get out. Oh dear. Originally, when Bernie Taupin wrote the song Candle in the Wind, it was about the short and somewhat tumultuous life of the actress Marilyn Monroe, which I thought was kind of cool. But then it's a one size fits all now, isn't it? It's like there are so many of these martyrs dying that it's like, so it seems to me that you lived your life like a candle in the wind. We're all guttering. The flame is guttering. Why is the flame guttering? It's because we're giving in to this wind of change, and it's all things we don't want to change. So why don't we just ignore and do what we want? Because as individuals, we have our own authority. We are in charge of us. Make your choices active and get out there and love more. Spread peace, be compassionate, be kind. I mean, it's not difficult. Sorry, I can't read. It won't scroll. I wonder why this. Yeah, I'm not very good at the interwebs, but I'm trying. Trying, Conrad. It might be bird in the cage easily. Bugger, can't read that. What if I change the chat settings? What am I doing here? No. Oh, yes. Welcome. Oh, bugger. 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 Top chat. Let's change it to live chat. All messages are visible. It might be bird in the cage easily. Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh. I'm free as a bird. I can see straight through these prison bars. I have X-ray vision. We're on our way to being that which we want, but we aren't what we want, are we? We're close, but we're not what we want, because our interaction with others is how we perpetuate our race. You know, you can't currently, you can't produce life without interaction. So interact, but interact in a kind, caring, and loving way. I'm going to go now, Comrade, because I was going to sign off. I'd like to chat to you soon. I want to know a little more about you, because I assumed I knew you because I thought you were somewhere else. Have a nice day. You too, mate. Actually, your day's over. It's 8 hours. Wow. Yeah, you're 8 hours ahead of me. Good Lord, I got to catch up. I better go jogging. Better get on my bike. All right. Lots of love. Cheers then.